Internet! Shout's here, and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. I'm bringing you a Shoutcast from the Hearthstone beta, featuring none other than Trump. Not in arena time this time, just a fun little match that I wanted to pull and cast for the heck of it. I don't know what the game is, actually. It just happens to be one of the many Trump games that I have in my lineup here. But without further ado, let's get into the action right now. It is Rexxar versus Jaina. Trump playing the part of Rexxar, the hunter. Bigbeefycake playing the part of Jaina, the mage. Can't really beat a name like that. Bigbeefycake. Well, there you have it. Now this is an arena game, but it's not, we're not going to go through like the whole, run of the arena with this. This is just a random game. Keep in mind, I have tons and tons and tons of Trump games that I can cast, all post-patch. As you can see, this is a post-patch game. You can tell by that first mirror image play. Trump going to counter with Scavenging Hyena. And things off to a nice and quiet start. So I think this is the first game of Trump's that I've cast of him playing a hunter deck, I believe. I know he didn't play it in the arena run, but I don't remember if he did in the games I cast of him versus Total Biscuit. I don't really remember. Either way, no big deal. So alright, to quickly start things off, gonna take out one of those mirror images and follow up with a Jungle Panther of his own, so it's Panther time here in Orgrimmar, here in Hearthstone. I have no idea what that means, but that's what the case is right now. Alright, Bigbeefycake following up with a raid leader. Give everything a little bit of potency. And bypassing the hero just to attack straight, or bypassing the minions, I should say, to attack straight into the hero. Take off some of that health. Then again, very early, no big deal. Alright, so quick play there. You see the Hyena take out the last of the tauntable minions, and a quick minion trade to buff up the Hyena a little bit more. And a Violet Teacher. Then will come in response. Violet Teacher, interesting card to play in a hunter deck. I don't know how many spells he may have, but it still works. Any ability card does count and is considered a spell for the sake of card triggers or things like that. Frostbolt to nearly shut down the Violet Teacher. Interesting choice to pick off the Teacher. And going to trade that raid leader for the Scavenging Hyena. And here comes Earthen Ring Farseer to heal things up. And pops a secret into place. Played that secret so quick, and it's actually kind of late at night once again. I actually missed what the secret was. But I'm sure all you caught it, if you were paying attention. But that's my bad. Oh well, such is life. Alright, keep going forward. So an Azure Drake out for his opponent. Throwing a deadly shot out there. To take everything out. A few more points of damage being dealt to the hero, and a Scarlet Crusader. So Trump in a pretty controlling fashion right now, holding his ground here in this game. And that Violet Teacher actually paying off, producing a few of those miniature 1/1 minions to keep things a little interesting. Demolisher coming into play. And a secret of the Mage's own. Could be anything. Probably something useful. Oh, and you're going to trigger the secret. And trigger Ice Barrier. And take the Demolisher out of play. And a few more quick points of damage. Try to whittle away what's up with that armor. And Could pop the hero power. Still has all this mana, actually. Hasn't played anything with that. Frost Elemental. Could be coming in. Going to put the freeze on Jaina because there's no other option at this point. Despite the fact that the freeze really will have no effect on a mage deck, since mages don't have weapons and don't directly attack. But, in any event, still looking good. Another secret into play. Could be another ice barrier. Could be mirror image. So that's always something to keep in mind. Or mirror entity, excuse me. Well, it's not an ice barrier, so it could be mirror entity. Which means he may be a little reluctant to play certain minions because of that. Mirror entity, of course, being the secret that when you play a minion, the mage player gets a copy of that minion. Not exactly what you want to do, but for now, just going to keep focus firing on the opposing hero and not play any minions. So I'm not going to take the risk that it could be. I don't think he wants that mage player to have any of those minions that he has. So I'm not going to take the risk. Doesn't really need to at this point anyway. Fireball to take out the Frost Elemental. Arcane Intellect. Try to sneak something out of this. Could make the trade here with that stealth minion, and he will. Alright, so the turn is passed, so nearly dead here for this hunter player, and Trump may very well pass the turn again. I think he's weighing his options, or he's just going to risk it with an abomination, and it is not mirror entity. Alright, so it could be the secret of name of which I can't remember because we see it so very rarely. The one that allows the mage player to survive one turn or one round when it's about to die. Odds are it's probably that. So we may see it go. We may see it survive this round. If it's not that, then who knows what it is. It might not be anything very useful if that's all it is. Alright, mage player contemplating the next move. I mean, if it's not that secret, then effectively the mage player is in a position that he needs to clear out everything on the other side of the table. Does say well played. Will drop a blizzard. Of course, even killing everything off is not sufficient due to the hero power. So we're just waiting now to see. I guess the mage player just trying to eke out any possible bit of death. Going to trigger. No, not quite enough to trigger the abomination. And no, not that. So I don't know what it was. Could have been counterspell or something utterly useless, but didn't work out for that mage player, and it didn't work out for Bigbeefycake. So that's the end of that game. There you have it. Another successful win for Trump. Another example of some pretty skilled play there, but then again, I don't know if necessarily Bigbeefycake was going to be much of a matchup for one of the greatest and one of the best players of Hearthstone thus far. Also, it's pretty cool that he is also the first sponsored Hearthstone player out there. Sponsored by Razer. If only we could become the first Razer-sponsored Shoutcast program. Vote for ShoutStone. For whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. That's going to do it for this episode of ShoutStone. I'll be back tomorrow with more. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links are in the description. You can also subscribe to this show for daily Hearthstone updates. Just click that old subscribe button. Like, comment, all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you all next time.